Okay, this short video is going to be about one of my favorite tools, the Zutter Bind. And this tool is just magnificent. It's relatively inexpensive for what you can get out of it. And it performs... I just got to show you. Okay. The Zutter Bind in under 5 minutes. Let's see if I can do this. You have here your adjustment knob. This is your O-wire closing wall, and this is where you put your wire on your project inside to close it on your project. So, quick example, you would put your wire through your holes. You would put the back side to the Zutter emblem like this, and you would close on it like that. So that's what that's for, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. You have here a paper guide bar, an extension bar, and what this does is allows you to stop where you want to be. And so if you were doing 3-4 of the same pieces for one project, you'll know that they're always going to be in the same position. So that's what that's for. This little handy dandy thing right here is a paper stop guide, and this is great because what you can do with that is, so say I want to punch holes and I want to add holes to an already existing piece, I can put it down in here and I can put the paper stop guide into one of the holes. So it'll fit into one of the holes, so I'll know that it'll punch the other holes in the same spots that the pre-punched holes are already in. So that's what that's great for. There's also a setting on here for cover pages, so the pages that are going to be on the outside of your project, and inner pages so that they fit perfectly, because you want your, of course, inner pages to be just a little off so that they won't be hanging out or at the very tip of the book when the book closes. So that's a great thing. This is a door, and this little door is where all the punchings, when you punch, are collected. So you just dump them out, and you should dump them out after every project. It helps keep your machine working just perfectly, and that's a good thing, isn't it? And this is a stabilizing extension bar right here. So this is a great little tool right here for, you know, holding the machine down when you're using it. This is a template, and it basically is an O-wire template. So for example, the O-wire that I just used for something I just punched is a 3 1/4. So I would take the 3 1/4 template and I would stick it down in here, and I just make sure that this closes on that, so I'll know that I have the right size and have this in the right position for closing the wire in the perfect position. And what more can I tell you? So I'll just give you a quick demo. So for putting your wires in, once you have punched your holes where you want them, you put your wire in. You want the small side of the wire toward the emblem on the machine. So you want the small side to the back like that. And then you want to push, and you can actually just eyeball it and make sure that the wire is closed. Now, normally, of course, you would have paper in here, so it will work a little better. But, and as you can see, the wire closed on here really nicely. The other thing is when you're doing a project, you always want to, if you're doing a book, I should say, you always want to make sure that you take your last page and flip it. So this is the very back of the book. You want to flip it over onto your front page so that the back and the front are meeting before you push the old wire together. That way, number one, it'll lay perfectly, and the opening will be on the inside of the back of the book, and it'll lay flat, and it'll open, you know, very flatly, and it'll close very nicely. So that's basically the basics of using the Bind It All. I could go into a lot more detail, but you want it 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what I just gave you. And I hope you love this little toy as much as I do. And it's really not a toy, but for me, any equipment that makes my art or my life easier is. So that's the Zutter Bind It All. So if you go over to my Circus of Possibilities, you can also see something else I did using the Bind It All.